Ever since she sang live on This Morning, aged 11. Is that true?
Yeah.
Charlotte Church has gone to become a household name, performing all the songs all over the world, including my favourite, Cardiff Born, Cardiff Bred. When I die, I'll be Cardiff dead.
Absolutely.
I mean, just thinking, what a voice there.
Do you know what?
I sat
GCSE geography. I sat next to this Welsh girl. I think she's like Welsh-Italian, you know?
Okay.
So many Welsh-Italians.
Lots of, yeah, absolutely.
And the first day she sat there, I said, all right, what's your name? Where are you from? She went, I'm Maria. And I'm Cardiff born, Cardiff bred. When I die, I'll be Cardiff dead. It's always...
Is it? That's amazing. So you got straight in there.
We're very excited because you're back in the recording studio.
Yes,
But
yes.
for this time, for your new podcast.
Yes.
What's it called? Kicking Back with the Cardiffians.
Kicking back with the Cardiffians,
I like
absolutely. Thank you.
It's a play on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, isn't it?
Anti-Kardashian, as you
It
can
is.
imagine.
It is the antithesis to the Kardashians.
The opposite.
Absolutely, because it is all about working class people and my working class people, my tribe of Cardiffians and the people that I love the most in the world. And so part of it is about me handing over the mic to my family and my friends to tell their stories.
It's like you're giving them a voice, isn't it? It's so lovely.
Yeah, but also I think like in a more sort of wider generalised point in terms of society, we need to see ourselves reflected back at ourselves. And often the way that media is now, we see a lot of the lives of the wealthy and the rich and the famous, and we don't see a lot of like the real life stuff.
Yeah.
Or if we do, it's like really dramatised, or it might be in a comedy or something. But actually real stories of real people is so often stranger than fiction and better than any story that a writer could write. So...
What was your starting point when you first decided to do it? Was it like you'll start with your family and then kind of broaden out? I mean, I know your local pub, which obviously is a hub of a community for so many people.
Yes.
Is a big focus in the podcast as well.
Yeah, tell us about Paul.
So Paul is a landlord of the Robin Hoods, and like loads of my family have been, and our lives have been centred around the Robin Hood. From, you know, it's the pub that people have their birthdays in, or, you know, it's where we have funerals and such afterwards, the wakes for funerals, and so it's just been like pretty steady, a pretty steady place throughout my whole life. And Paul, again, I think it's like just capturing like the change that has happened in the last 30, 40 years. For Paul, who's the landlord, he's been stationary in that place, and it's such a place of such diverse life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just thinking about it, I really wanted, to capture these beautiful stories of my family, to honour the stories of my family, to honour, you know, their lineage, their struggles, their strife, their joys, their humour. But also, again, like I think it's really relatable, because I think that when somebody's being really vulnerable and honest about their own family relationships and friendships, then no matter where you are in the country, whether you're a Cardiffian or whether you're in Leeds or whether you're in Scotland, or do you know what I mean? You can hear the commonalities.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Authenticity, I think, is the way forward. And I think what's so lovely is you talk about, you know, comedy and things like that. When your dad came on, it was actually quite emotional, wasn't it? It was an emotional exchange, but also quite funny, because he's quite a funny man, isn't he?
Yeah, he's hilarious. And so, yeah, we go deep, because we're not afraid. Like, we're not afraid
to go there.
Totally. I think it's really important, and it's really helpful for other people. But again, when you're really honouring and when you're really being authentic with who you are, then things do get vulnerable, because bad stuff happens to people. But, yeah, as you say, like in my dad's episode and in my Auntie Frances, my great Auntie Frances and my cousin Alison's episode, it's so counterbalanced, like going deep and it being like, oh, my gosh, that's quite big. But then the humour, the gallows humour that comes in, which, again, I think is, like, pretty synonymous with the working class experience.
Yeah.
When people are so often dancing the survival dance, then the only way you can get through it a lot of the time is...
Chasing out the demons.
Absolutely, is humour.
Did you have a moment of sort of awakening? Because you started so young, and, you know, you experienced so much at such a young age. You probably didn't really have you definitely didn't have a normal childhood, and I know you've got an incredible network of friends and family around you to keep you grounded and rooted. But even given the circumstances you've been through. Was there a reset, like when, you know, in your sort of 20s or something, when you became a bit more aware of your community and your family and what that meant to you, I suppose?
I think that it's hardly ever one specific time, is it? You know, it's throughout your time that you start to feel these changes and these shifts. I think that singing has always been a huge balm to my soul. Like, I have managed to soothe myself and love myself up through singing and making sound and healing myself in ways. And nature, like real connection to nature and the land around me, the trees, the rivers of Cardiff, has also really enabled me to stay really rooted.
That's what you're doing now a lot as well, aren't you? You've got the whole wellness. Is it a retreat you have? Or what?
Yeah.
Dreaming. I want to go.
Yeah!
Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, I really want you to come, Alison.
Me too. I want to experience these sound baths.
Yeah,
Really do.
absolutely. Well, the Dreaming is just this absolutely glorious retreat centre that I set up a year ago now, right smack bang in the centre of Wales. And it's in the Cambrian Mountains. It's got 2 waterfalls. It's absolutely stunning, beautiful rooms. And we do lots of wellness therapies. So it's our 3 pillars are nature connection, sound therapy in all of its forms, and also ceremony.
Can you show us some of this sound therapy just while you're here?
Yeah.
With your lovely harp.
Sure. So this is a beautiful reverie harp. So I'm a practitioner at the Dreaming, and I do sound therapy stuff, some of which is sound healing or sound journeys, some of which is helping people reconnect and find their voice.
Shall I just close my eyes while you're doing it?
You can, but do you want to sing with me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sing. Let's do it.
So this is a reverie harp. So Duma, if you give me... and Alison, if you give me... Right, you keep doing that. Good morning, this morning, to all those listening at home.
Oh, that's so nice. We've got 10 seconds left.